Yankees Nation, something big is brewing in the Bronx. And today's story feels like a script straight out of a baseball drama. Except this is all too real. In a single day, fans were hit with a whirlwind of emotions, from pride swelling in their chest to that gut punch feeling no one ever wants to get when it comes to injuries. On one end, the captain, the face of the franchise, reminded everyone why he's not just a player, but a symbol of commitment and heart. On the other, the bullpen took a hit that could send ripple effects through the next few critical series. It's one of those moments where you realize just how fragile the balance is between soaring highs and sudden setbacks in Major League Baseball. Let's rewind the clock just a bit. The Yankees have been cruising through a promising season so far, with the wins piling up and the standings reflecting their effort and resilience. But then, news started to break. First about the man who wears the C not on his chest, but in the way he carries himself. Aaron Judge sat down for a rare and heartfelt interview, opening a window into the reasons behind his loyalty to New York. For fans who remember that nail-biting free agency saga in 2022, when big money offers from West Coast Giants, like the Padres and Giants seemed to pull him toward the other side of the country, this was a chance to breathe easy and smile. Because when Judge said, "This is my home," it wasn't just a soundbite. It was a declaration. Drafted by the Yankees back in 2013, Judge didn't just become a key player. He became a pillar, the very identity of the team. Shield 6, All-Star selections, 2 MVP awards, and countless unforgettable moments at Yankee Stadium later, his roots in New York feel as deep as Monument Park itself. His commitment stands out even more in a time when players often chase the biggest contract or shortest path to a ring. Judge looked at those options, weighed them carefully, and still chose to stay in pinstripes. He didn't have to, but he wanted to. That kind of decision hits differently. The interview also offered a glimpse into his reaction to the bombshell move made by Juan Soto, who after just one season in pinstripes, inked a 15-year, $765 million deal with the Mets. A move that made waves across the league, especially considering how quickly it all happened following a tough postseason loss. Soto's return to Yankee Stadium was anything but warm, with loud boos raining down from the stands. Judge, always calm and collected, acknowledged it with a light smile, joking that he might have been in the same spot if he had made a similar. Our decision. That comment, half playful and half poignant, only added to the sense that Judge truly understands what it means to be a Yankee, not just in terms of performance, but in presence, legacy, and heart. And right when the mood was soaring, with that reminder of loyalty and leadership, the other shoe dropped. Closer Luke Weaver, who's been nothing short of dominant this season, was suddenly expected to head to the injured list. A guy with a razor-sharp 1.05 ERA, 8 saves, and the kind of consistency you pray for in late innings, sidelined just like that. It happened during the Yankees' 7-3 win over the Dodgers when Weaver felt a sharp twinge in his hamstring while stretching. On the surface, it seemed like a minor hiccup. But Monday's MRI told a different story, one that could keep him off the mound for 4 to 6 weeks. The timing couldn't be worse. Weaver had solidified his role as a 9th-inning guy after Devin Williams stumbled out of the gate with an ugly 11.25 ERA across his first 10 outings. Since then, Williams has quietly righted the ship, posting 13 scoreless appearances in his last 15 games. But the question remains, can he handle the heat of closing again? There's no official word yet, but all signs point to Williams reassuming the role, at least for now. For fans, is a mix of cautious optimism and nervous flashbacks. The bullpen has been solid this season, but it's also had moments that show just how quickly things can spiral. And in the American League East, where every game matters, there's little room for uncertainty when it comes to protecting leads. Adding to the complexity, the Yankees made a move that flew under the radar but speaks volumes. Carlos Carrasco, a veteran right-hander with miles of experience, was placed on outright waivers. The timing was interesting. Carrasco had just been added to the roster after a grueling stretch against the Dodgers that left the bullpen running on fumes. Saturday's blowout loss, an 18-2 nightmare, forced manager Aaron Boone to deploy 7 different relievers after starter Will Warren couldn't make it through the second inning. Carrasco was supposed to be an insurance policy. a steady hand in case things spiraled again. But Sunday's game went smoothly thanks to a strong 6-inning outing by Ryan Yarbrough, and Carrasco never even took the mound. That's the kind of decision that says a lot without saying much. Carrasco, who already had a rocky stint earlier in the season with a near 6 ERA over 32 innings, looked like a placeholder more than a long-term piece. His time in AAA Scranton saw mixed results. One solid outing, one complete meltdown, and now it seems the Yankees are ready to move on. Whether another team claims him or not, his future in New York looks bleak, but what this really tells us is that the Yankees front office isn't playing around. They're being precise, deliberate, and forward-thinking. There's no space for sentimentality, or maybe he'll turn it around thinking, not now. Not with October on the horizon. With Fernando Cruz expected to return from the injured list as early as Tuesday, the bullpen puzzle pieces are shifting again. Cruz brings a different energy, high velocity, late movement, and a fearless approach. On the mound, that's the kind of arm you want when the pressure ramps up. Carrasco, unfortunately, didn't fit that mold anymore. And even if Cruz doesn't immediately step into high-leverage situations, his return gives Boone another option, another tool in the box for the grind that lies ahead. And while all this movement is happening at the major league level, the Yankees' future plans are quietly starting to take shape too. The buzz around the upcoming draft has begun, and a surprising name is being linked to the Bronx. Max Bellow, a left-handed slugger out of Texas, is projected to be the Yankees' pick at number 39 overall. Bellow's draft stock dipped slightly after a thumb injury sidelined him back in March, but before that, he was trending as a clear first-rounder. Scouts rave about his advanced hitting approach, power to all fields, and an arm strong enough to hold down right field at the next level. Even more intriguing is how this potential pick fits into the larger strategy. Bellow isn't just another outfield prospect. He represents the kind of calculated risk that often pays off big. His ability to drive the ball with authority while maintaining plate discipline has some insiders whispering that he could be one of the steals of this year's draft. MLB.com currently ranks him 31st overall, meaning if the Yankees can grab him at 39, it's already a win on paper. Sure, there are some question marks. He's had issues with off-speed pitches and isn't a lock to stay in center field, but his upside is undeniable. And this kind of move makes sense when you look at a bigger picture. With the trade deadline looming and the roster constantly shifting due to injuries and performance, the Yankees aren't just reacting. They're preparing. They're building depth not only for this season, but for seasons to come. Bellow might not be a household name yet, but neither was Judge once. And if this front office has proven anything, it's that they know how to scout talent that fits the Yankee mold. Power, presence, and potential. So here we are, Yankees Nation, caught in the middle of a storm of news that's both exciting and nerve-wracking. One day, 3 major updates and a whole lot of implications for what comes next. The captain stands firm, the bullpen gets reshuffled, and a new name enters the conversation for the future. It's the kind of day that reminds you why you love this game. Because just when you think you've got the lineup figured out, baseball throws you a curveball. As the Yankees stare down the rest of June and look toward the All-Star break, the weight of recent developments continues to settle in. The team has found itself in an unusual position, firmly in first place in the American League East, playing consistent baseball, and yet having to navigate a rapidly shifting bullpen dynamic and long-term planning under the microscope. That kind of tightrope act is not unfamiliar in New York, where expectations hover above the franchise like pressure-packed storm clouds. But this year feels different. There's urgency, yes, but also a clear vision guiding the decisions being made in both the dugout and the front office. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In what could become one of the most shocking developments of the MLB season, rumors are swirling that the New York Yankees are seriously eyeing a blockbuster move for Boston Red Sox star pitcher Garrett Crochet. While no official statement has been made by either organization, multiple unnamed sources within league circles have hinted at advanced discussions between the two historic rivals, sending shockwaves through the baseball world. If these murmurs prove true, it would represent a seismic shift in the long-standing Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, with one of Boston's brightest talents potentially donning the pinstripes. Crochet, known for his electric fastball and unflappable mound presence, has been a cornerstone of the Red Sox rotation, making the possibility of his departure all the more stunning. Insiders suggest that the Yankees, currently seeking to bolster their pitching staff for a deep postseason run, see Crochet as the missing piece to solidify their rotation. The 25-year-old left-hander is enjoying a breakout season with a sub 3.0 ERA and a league-leading strikeout-to-walk ratio that has scouts and executives across the league buzzing with admiration. Yet despite his value, some analysts believe Boston may be tempted to listen to offers. The Red Sox are reportedly considering a soft reset, eyeing prospects to build long-term depth, and a deal involving Crochet could yield a significant haul of young talent from the Yankees' highly regarded farm system. However, the prospect of sending a star player to their most bitter rival is almost unthinkable, and such a trade would no doubt ignite passionate reactions from both fan bases. For now, all of this remains in the realm of speculation, but the very idea of Garrett Crochet in Yankee Stadium pinstripes has captivated baseball insiders and fans alike. Could this be the next chapter in the storied Yankees-Red Sox rivalry? Or is it merely another product of the always feverish MLB rumor mill? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the baseball world will be watching closely. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.